I just want to review real quick. Take a look at that first warm-up question there. Anybody tell me what we call that when two pieces, when I give you the first term and then I give you the rule? Anybody remember what I call that type? Begins with an R, ends in recursive formula, all right? Recursive formula when I give you the first term and I'm telling you what to do to the next term. Guys, what does this tell me to, actually, you know what, can we figure out a couple terms here? First term 6, how do you use the rule to find the next term? What's the rule say to do? What's this rule tell me to do right here to find any other term coming up? 3 times, and what did this mean to us? Previous term. So somebody find the second term for me. 18, 3 times 6. Next term will be 54. I keep multiplying by 3. What type of sequence is this? Arithmetic or geometric? Geometric. Why geometric? Explain to the people who weren't here yesterday. You multiply by the same number, correct. So what I'd like you guys to do is look on your formula sheet for me. Can you guys write an equation for the nth term of this right now? Write an equation for the nth term so we can figure out how else it can be written. Go to your sheet, everybody. What is the formula for geometric sequence? Geometric sequence. Here we go, 20, geometric sequence. Yep, equals. Yep. R to the n minus 1 as an exponent, correct. When you write a rule, what do you plug in for n? What do I plug in for n when I write any general rule? It's a trick question. N stays n. There you go. N stays n. $14, what's my first term? 20, what's my first term? 6. Can you give me the R value too? 3, because it's what you're going by. Yep, raised to the n minus 1. You guys that were here yesterday, do I multiply 6 times 3? I do not. I leave it just like this. All right, so this is another way of writing this sequence. 6 times 3 to the n minus 1, which is, let's see, not up here, huh? What's that? Number 2 says n+1. Yeah, that should be n minus 1, sorry. I was going to say it's not even up here. Yep. Okay, questions about that? Okay, I think everybody was here from this. Show me how you use your sigma button on the calculator. Does this have one variable? First of all, just check. Does this have one variable in it? Yes, so you can use your calculator. All right. I wasn't here for that day. Where do I go to get that? Alpha window, everybody. Alpha window. Choice 2 for me. And then from there, see if anybody remembered the warning I gave you guys. Couple people not getting 12,285. Everything's got to go in the parenthesis. Everything's got to go in the parenthesis, meaning you should not put anything outside those parentheses. So here's what I'm talking about. 3, now you see I have to do another set of parentheses. 2, and then inside that same original set of parentheses, raised to the n minus 1. Okay, so that's got to go all in the original set. And then hopefully you get out 12,285. Questions? You could use X, that's fine. Just make sure it's consistent here and here. Okay, you don't switch X and N because it'll, I don't know what'll happen. Probably an error. We all good on using the sigma? Okay, last thing I got to show you for this unit. When you add up the terms in a geometric sequence, well, first of all, I got a question. 20 again, here you go. When I add up any terms in any type of sequence, what do I call that? What do I give that name to? When I add up all the terms in any sequence, I call that a what now? Well, it is a sum, but I call it a series. Okay, so I want to start using that term now. When I say evaluate the series, that means I'm going to add the terms in this given sequence. Here is the formula. It's on your formula sheet. Locate it for me, please. Locate it. When you add up all the terms in a geometric sequence, so a geometric series, there it is. So there are 4 formulas in this unit. Arithmetic explicit, that's on your formula sheet. Arithmetic series, not on your formula sheet. You guys got to remember that one. That's the, if you remember, n times a1 plus an divided by 2. That's for the arithmetic series. Yesterday, we went over geometric explicit on the formula sheet. Geometric series on the formula sheet as well. So there's 4 formulas going into Wednesday. You got to know, remember one on your own. The other 3 will be on the reference sheet. Okay, find the sum of this series here. First value is 2, n equals 10, and my r is 3. So if I'm finding sum, I'm going to jot down that formula on the formula sheet right now. A1 minus A1 times r raised to the n all over 1 minus r. All those letters should look familiar to us if we were here yesterday, or heck, even the rest of the unit. $11, going to need some help. What's my n value? 10. So find the sum of the first 10 terms. First term, 8 first term. 2 minus 2 times, what's my r value in this case? 1, 3, raised to the, what's my n value? Here you go, 1 again, 10, all over 1 minus 3. You guys that have fraction templates, I'd highly recommend putting all that into your fraction template. Just don't try to do piece by piece, because that's usually when you go wrong somewhere. All right, try to put it all in the same fraction template right now. We all matching here. 59048. So when you add up the first 10 terms in this sequence, they add up to 59,048. Questions, comments, any concerns here? We all good? Okay, what about the next one? Can you add up the first 8 terms without listing them out? All right, let's add up the first 8 terms. Stop, everybody stop. You're just assuming I'm going to use this formula again. How do you know if this is arithmetic or geometric? 3, negative 12, positive 48, negative 192. Take a look. 3, negative 12, 48, negative 192, etc. Identify it. What type of sequence is it so I know to use the right formula? 17, what type of sequence is that? Not here. All right, here you go. How about 23? Nope. Here we go, 11. What type of sequence is this? You got 2 choices, geometric or arithmetic. Arithmetic? How do you know? What am I adding? So it's geometric. Everyone agree it's geometric. I'm multiplying by the same number. So that tells me out of the two formulas for sum, I'm going to use the geometric one on my formula sheet. S sub n equals a sub 1 minus a1 r to the n all over 1 minus r. Okay, help me fill it out here. 20, nope. 8. Here we go. N value here. 8, yep. Find the sum of the first 8 terms. First term. 20, first term. 3 minus 3 times. Now be careful when you tell me what the R value is. 8, any ideas what the R value is? -4. Hey, you guys that were here yesterday, tell the people who weren't, if you're ever concerned what the R value is, what's the little trick I gave you? Take any random term in the sequence and do what with it? Divide it by the previous. That will always give you the R value. Take any term in the sequence, divide it by the previous. You got your R value. Raised to the 8 all over 1 minus, ooh, what's going to happen there? What was your R value? -4. What's going to happen in the denominator? It's going to end up being +4 because it's 1 minus that -4. All right, go ahead, go to the calculator, make sure we can do this. However long you take, I don't care. 7 whenever you're ready. Yep, -39,321. Nice job. When I add those 8 terms up. Questions from you guys here? Questions? We ready to go on, or anybody else here can get that in your calculator? -39,321. Bless you. All right, keep grinding away here. Find the sum of this geometric series. I'm not going to ask you why it's geometric. It told us. So a sub 1 minus a1 r to the n minus 1 over 1 minus r. Tell me what I'm missing from my formula right now, because I do not have everything I need. I do not have everything I need. What's missing, Anna? The n value, right? Shoot. You are right. I am missing the n value. That does stink. Could I quickly find out how many terms I'm dealing with? What's the first term? 2,000, right? How can you find out what the next term is? Using that info up there, how can you find what the next term is? 2, can you find the next term? It is. How'd you get it? Explain to your classmates. How'd you get it? Here you go. Multiplied by 1,000? Multiplied by a half. All right. So let's keep going here, guys. Ready? 1,000. Next term. 500. 250. When do I want to stop? When I hit what? 125. There's 125. How many terms are there? Now, I know you could easily just add those up right now, but I want to use the formula. How many terms are those? 5 terms. All right. So I'm going to say sum of the first 5 terms. First term's 2,000 minus 2,000 times, what was it, 1/2 to the n minus, whoops, we already know n. 5 minus 1 all over 1 minus a half. It is just n. That's why I need a formula sheet, Grace. That's why I need a formula sheet myself. Probably thinking the explicit one. What do we got here? 3,875 when you add all of them up. All right. Okay, good. I eliminated that basketball one. Good. Okay, ready for the pendulum? By the way, ever heard of a pendulum before? Yeah. Oh. Like a clock, like an old grandfather clock, that thing that swings back and forth. Yes, no? Do I have to pull up a picture of it? We good? Some of you guys that are using your phones now, you can pull one up for me if you want. All right, here you go. Read through it here. Swings through an arc of 20 inches. The next swing is going to be 95% of the previous. After 10 swings, hey, take a look. What is the total distance? I'm not looking for how far it went on the 10th swing. I'm looking for total distance now. So that's going to be sum. Can you guys get a couple terms for me? What'd I start out with? What's my first term in this sequence if I'm going to write a couple terms out? 20 for the first one, yep. How can you guys find the next term for me? It's 95% of the previous. 95% of the previous. What's 95% of 20? That's going to be your second term, right? So that'll be 20 times. Here we go. Here we go. Let's use them. Let's use them. 20 times. What should I be multiplying 20 by? 0.95. So the next swing is going to be 19. 95% of that. And I'm having you guys do this on the calculator for a reason. That'll be 18.05. All right, I don't think we need any more terms, do we? Okay, total meaning I need the sum formula. Well, is this geometric or arithmetic? What do you guys keep pressing on your calculator? Times, times. So this is what type of sequence? Geometric, so I need the geometric sum formula from the formula sheet. Here's where I'm going to get you. Let's see if I can get it. Somebody caught off guard here. How many times am I doing this? Because that'll be my n value. How many times am I doing this? Anna, you think you got it? Ooh, nice job. Why'd you say 11 and it said 10? So after 20, it's going to, there's one, and then after 20, there's 10 more. So if 20 is going to be my first term, there's 10 more here, meaning I'm going to add up a total of 11. Everyone see where that 11 comes from? The 20 plus 10 more. Nice, Anna. Rocking it going into the weekend. First term, 20 minus 20 times, ooh, what's your R value? That's why I had you keep doing it on the darn calculator. 5, what's your R value here? 0.95, yep. You kept multiplying by 0.95. Raised to the 11th. 1 minus 0.95. How far did it go? And yes, I am going to write out all the decimals. What is it? Inches? Yep. Inches. Questions? All right, I'm going to let you and your group do these next two, and you're going to report back, and a group's going to present. 2 groups are going to present here. Well, first you got to tell me if I'm dealing with arithmetic or geometric. Then find the sum for those specific terms. And remember, you got 2 sum formulas. You got a different one for arithmetic and a different one for geometric. All right, so I'm going to let you work in your groups now for about 5-6 minutes. And I do not want you to write out all the terms and add them up. Do not take the easy desperation way out. Okay. If it's arithmetic, remember, we have S sub n equals n times a1 plus an divided by 2. If it's arithmetic. All right, so talk it over if you want. We'll pick 2 groups to present what they have. And if you need a little assistance, it's not a big deal here. Let's start with number 7. I need the group that's got 12 in it. Ready to go? Okay. Well, first, geometric or arithmetic? Geometric, definitely. How do you know? Yep, times 3 every time. All right, so geometric series, I use the formula from the formula sheet. All right, what's your n value? 8, first term. This is nice, r value, 3, that's what you're multiplying by. That's really the only thing you had to find. N value was 8, 1 minus 3, everything you can just plug in. So what is the sum of the first 8 terms of that sequence? 30, I'm on the wrong page. 3280, is that what everyone else got? 3280, oh maybe, never mind. I have no idea where 1093 came from on my paper. 3280? Okay. All right, good. Thanks, guys. Happens. All right, next up, new group. Need 9's group. Okay, good job last time. Good talk. 18's group. 18. Okay, back there. Here we go. Arithmetic or geometric? Arithmetic. How'd you guys know? Add. Correct. So now that's the series formula, which I do not give you. You're responsible for. All right, let's do this. N value, 10. So the sum of the first 10 terms, what's my first term? Okay, everyone, I know a lot of good discussion I heard. This right here, an is not 10. It's if I plug 10 in, what's that looking for? Not the number 10, but the 10th term of this sequence, which can be found using the other arithmetic formula, or you guys can just do it out yourself, but an equals a1 plus n minus 1 times d. So help me, you guys in the back there, 10th term. How do I find it? First term again? 5. How many terms here for n? 10. What was your d value again? 2. So what is the 10th term that I can go back and plug in? I got 23 as well. Go back up, plug it in. Divided by 2. And then what's your sum for the first 10 terms? $1.40. Yep. You guys all right with that? Because that's where we're going. Okay, before I let you go on your own, because we still got plenty of time and all you have is 4 problems on 1 sheet to do. Take a look at number 2 tonight on Miranda and her game of dominoes there. So you don't get confused there on number 2. After she knocks over the first one, each domino knocks over 2 more when it falls. All right, so real quickly here so you can get an idea. She knocks over that one, that'll knock over 2 of them, right? Each one of these will now knock over 2 themselves. So how many get knocked over in the third round here? 4. All right, I just want to make sure we're clear that each domino knocks over 2 on its own. All right, so I started forming the sequence there for you. Okay? All right, get after it. You guys know the answers are right up on Aspen. You probably can get it done almost. All right, check them if you get done. Here we go. Let's get rolling. Or if you prefer to watch the lesson if you weren't here, go do